Hello to my Thrive Fitness community, it's Kimberly here. Today I'm going to be offering you a full body stretch program. It's 15 minutes in length, so if you have a little bit more time available, you can always pause the video and hold your stretches for a little longer, or you can restart the video at the beginning and go through the stretches for a second time. Now, if this is your first time doing a stretch class or any kind of exercise routine, I encourage you just to make sure that this is safe for you to proceed forward. So perhaps you might need to just double check with your healthcare practitioner to make sure that you're good to start. If you know you're good to start, then I welcome you to join and participate with me today. Knowing that we're looking to elongate our muscles and find more length and mobility through all the joints in the body, but we want to do so without any sensation of pain or extreme discomfort. So if you notice that something feels quite uncomfortable or painful, I'm going to ask you just to bring yourself out of the stretch a little bit. And if it's still painful, just avoid the stretch altogether. Take a nice few relaxing breaths and maybe join in another stretch altogether later on. Okay, so we'll get started. All you'll need for this routine is a sturdy chair. I have a sturdy chair here that has a back. It would be beneficial to have a backrest for your chair, so a bar stool would not be as suitable as a chair with a back. I'm going to have you bring your hips forward onto the chair so that you feel almost as though you're really close to the edge, but not such that you feel like you might fall out of the chair. At any point in time, you can always hold on to the sides for a little bit more stability or security. All right, let's begin. We'll take a few cleansing breaths here just to help relax the body, relax the mind. Inhale here, and then exhale, let it go. A couple more times, inhale. Eyes can be closed or open, let go of that breath. One more time, inhale. And then exhale, let it go. Nice. You can leave your hands on your lap and we'll start with a neck stretch, gently tipping your left ear towards your left shoulder. And here we won't pull on the head, we'll just let the weight of the head rest to the side. If you'd like a little more sensation in the stretch, I invite you to release your right hand off of your lap. And then again, if you'd like a little more sensation, you can always bring your left hand up and rest the palm on top of the right ear. Be mindful to not pull on the head, we'll just rest, creating a small amount of traction. Find some slow, deep breaths. Exhale, let it go. One more time. Come out of the stretch, release your hand off the head and slowly and mindfully bring your head back to center. You may want to take any kind of washing movement after that stretch. Let's go to the other side. Draw a deep breath in, find some length through the spine. And then as you exhale, now tip that right ear to right shoulder. Option to stay here with both hands on your lap, or perhaps you might want to reach away with the left hand. Again, if this is a good place for you to be, stay here. Otherwise, you may want to bring that right arm up overhead, resting the palm on the left ear. Slow and deepen the breaths down, signaling to your body's nervous system to relax and let go. A couple more breaths here. Exhale. And one more breath. And again, to come out on an exhale, release that upper hand, slowly bring your head back through center, and you can take any kind of washing movement that feels good. Moving into our next stretches, we're gonna do a cat-cow movement, so similar to cat-cow in yoga, but we're gonna do it seated here. This is gonna help mobilize the spine, each individual vertebrae from the pelvis right up to the neck. With your hands on your lap, let's grow tall again with a deep inhale. As you exhale, let's slide those palms forward over top of the knees, round the back, and drop the chin towards the chest, emptying out the lungs completely. On your next inhalation, slide those palms back up to the hip crease, maybe squeezing the elbows behind the body, sending the chest more forward as you broaden the chest with a deep breath. And then exhale again, coming into cat This time, find a little engagement in the belly. Draw your low ribs towards your hips, bringing the belly button in towards the spine. As you inhale second time, maybe a little back bend if that feels good for you. Make sure the ribs don't flare out and keep the chin tucked in to protect the neck. Carrying on at your own pace, let's do 3 more rounds. Exhale, coming into cat. Inhale, back into your cow pose. If it feels good, you may want to hold a few rounds of breath at the end of either of these movements. 2 more times, coming into cat pose again. Back up into cow. And then last time here. Coming all the way forward. Tucking that chin in, rounding the back, belly engaged. And then last time, squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening up the chest, sending the heart forward. And then make your way to a neutral position here. And again, anytime you want to take a little washing movement, that feels good. We're going to come into a seated twist. I have a couple of variations. Variation number 1, we're going to come sit onto the edge of our chair. So now we're on the side. And with a tall spine, I'm going to have you take your hands and ground onto the back of the chair. So we're twisting towards the back of the chair. Spine stays nice and tall. This is your level 1. Level 2, if you'd like a little bit more, you're going to take that inside leg and cross it over top of the outside leg. We'll then come back into our twist and get a little bit more sensation through the hip. Stay nice and tall, inhaling, growing tall. And then as you exhale, twist a little bit more deeply, walking your hands along the back of the chair. 1 more deep breath here. And then exhale, slowly unwind, walk your hands back, release your leg, and then we'll move over to the other side. Again, you may want to just stay with legs uncrossed. Try it first like this. And if you'd like more sensation, then we'll take that inside leg, cross it over top of the outside leg. Grow tall with that spine as we twist towards the back of the chair, grabbing on with our hands. Inhale, find more length through the spine. Exhale, perhaps twisting a little bit more deeply. Walk your hands across the back of the chair. Inhale again. Exhale, twist. Last time here. On your exhale, walk your hands back. Release your leg if it's crossed, and then bring yourself back through center. Take a little washing movement, maybe rock your knees side to side. Nice. Coming into the hamstrings, let's send our left heel out in front of us. We're still on the edge of our seat here. This left knee needs to be nice and soft. We're going to be tall in our spine again, belly engaged, and we're going to hinge like a folding ruler, resting our arms onto our right thigh. Here, we're going to feel sensation down the back of the left thigh, maybe into the calf. Toes are pointed up towards your nose. If you want more sensation, you can then think about reaching your left hand towards your left shin, ankle, maybe the toes. Let the chest now become heavy. Let the head hang. Breathe into the back body. Exhale, let it go. 1 more time. Exhale. On an inhalation, we'll bring our hands onto our right thigh, press ourselves back up, slide that left leg in, and then maybe give it a little wash or a kick forward and back. Coming to the second side, sending our right heel out in front of us. Again, soft knee, tall spine. We'll hinge from the hips, bowing forward with a flat back. Rest your forearms now on your left leg. And once you feel that you've found the good position for your body, if you'd like more sensation, option to reach your right hand away towards your right shin, ankle, or toe. Once you're there, let the chest then fall, let the head become heavy. Feeling the back of the right hamstring and calf get lengthened, breathing into the back body. Couple more breaths here. And 1 more breath. exhale, let it go. On an inhalation, press your hands into now your left thigh to bring yourself back up. Slide your right leg in, and then we can take a wash. Coming into a glute stretch, still in our chair, we're gonna take now our left leg and we're gonna cross it over top of the right. Here, the knee might be quite high up, or you might be able to apply a gentle amount of pressure. Remember, we don't want any pain or extreme discomfort here. And then by pressing a little bit away from our chest, we'll feel some more stretch, some more sensation in that side. If this position is not available for you, you can take your left leg and rest on the outer edge of the foot and just let that knee fall out to the side. So this is your softer variation. From here, with a tall spine, if you want more sensation, we can think about bowing forward again, maybe resting our forearms onto our left shin. Bow the chin, bow the head. Release any tension in the upper body. And take a couple deep breaths here. All right, on your next inhale, when you're ready, you can bring yourself back up. You can take that left leg off. Again, you may want to take a washing movement, and we'll come into the right side. Same variations available to you. You can just rest on the outer blade of that right foot, or if you can bring that right leg right up, bring it right up onto that left thigh. Remember, it's okay if the knee is up high, but if you want a little more sensation and it feels comfortable and safe for you, you can gently apply a little bit of pressure onto the inside of that right leg. From here, if you want more sensation again, think about hinging forward, resting your forearms onto your right shin, and then perhaps again, tucking that chin in, letting that head hang heavy. And then breathing deeply, lengthening each inhalation and exhalation. One more breath here. And then on your inhalation, come rise back up, release that leg, and then we'll shake that out. Nice. We're gonna come up out of our chair for our next couple of stretches. So here, I'm gonna turn my chair to the side so you can see me. We're gonna stand behind our chair here, and we can use our hands on the back of the chair for support. Feet are hip distance apart, and we're gonna send our one leg out behind us, and we're gonna drop that heel onto the floor. By pressing that heel onto the floor, you may feel sensation in the calf immediately, and this might be enough for you. If you'd like a little bit more sensation, start to lunge into that front leg knee and shift your body weight forward while you continue to anchor the back heel into the floor. Take a couple breaths here. Keep sending that back heel away from you. One more breath. And now on an exhalation, shift your weight forward. Step your back leg to meet the front. Pedal that out, and then we'll switch sides. Take now the other leg back. We're in a high lunge position here. Drop the heel down onto the ground. Again, you may find this is enough sensation for you. If not, start lunging into that front knee. Keep sending that back heel into the floor. Hips are heavy. Chest leans forward. And breathe. One more deep breath here. On an exhalation, again, shift your weight forward, step that back foot to meet the front, and pedal it out. Coming into our second lunge to now get into the hip flexor region here. This time when we step back, we're gonna keep the heel off the floor. So take a generous step back with that first leg. Heel is high up. So we're just on the ball of the foot. Here, you might notice that your hips want to turn open to the side. I want you to send your hip forward so that they are square or in line with the back of the chair. Lunge into that front knee, while you send that heel behind you. Option here to take the arm of the back leg up to the side and reach overhead. So how that looks from the front will be like this. Take a couple deep breaths again. One more breath. On an exhale, lower that arm if it's up into the sky. Shift your weight forward again and step that back leg to meet the front. Second side, high lunge. Heel off the ground. Again, we'll square the hips, so if we're rolling onto the side, send that back hip forward so it's in line with the back of the chair. Lunge forward, sending that heel out behind you. Option to stay here with hands on the chair or reach up overhead. Reaching nice and long with those fingertips. You'll feel the stretch now moving to the side body, the outside of the hip. Couple of breaths here. One more breath. On an exhale, lower that arm, shift your weight again, step forward, and then pedal it out. All right, last standing stretch. We're gonna come into the inner thighs. So here, I'm gonna stand to face you, and then I'll turn myself to the side so you can see my side profile. But here, I want you to take a wide step on either side of the chair, and then I want you to sort of bend your knees so you're sitting into a squat, okay? So from the side, it's gonna look like this. Then I'm gonna get you to shift all your weight over to one side. So we're gonna get into the inner thigh. So from the front, it'll look like this. We're resting our hands here on the chair for support. We're feeling the stretch in the inner thigh of that straightened leg. Option again to let the chest become heavy, bow the head down. Now, if you need more sensation than this, option 2 to remove the chair altogether. You can rest onto the bent knee of the opposing leg, or stay with the chair. One more breath. As you exhale, press yourself back up, and then we'll shift to the other side. So we're now going to bend the opposing knee, the other leg is straight. Again, we're going to rest on the chair, or perhaps we're going to rest on that bent thigh. Let that chest fall, let that head fall. One more deep breath. And then exhale, press yourself back up. To come out of the stretch, we'll heel toe our feet back towards the center of the chair, and then we're going to finish off in the chair. From here, I'm going to get you to take your hands and interlace your fingers behind your head. If that is too intense, you can bring your hands out to your ears. We're going to arch our back, and we're going to use our hands to support our head. From the side profile, it will look like this. Option if you want to come all the way back into the chair, resting your back or your shoulders on the back of the chair. Here we're opening up the chest and the front of the shoulder. If you want more sensation, you can think about drawing your chin in to support the head and let the arms go wide. Only do this if you feel as though you have support in the neck. If the neck feels strained, bring your hands back for support. One more breath. On an exhale, bring your head, your body back up, roll yourself up to a seated position. And then we will finish with an overhead reach. Let's take our arms overhead, interlace the fingers, reach the palms up, but drop the armpits down. Option to sway side to side. Again, getting into that side body. A little bit into the hip. Back through center. And then exhale, let it go. Whew. And you are done. Thank you very much for participating. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.